you are going to be able to find this project on my own Cricut Design Space profile page. So if you don't know how to find a profile, I will pop that video up the top and down in the description down below for you, so you can find this project and you'll be able to change all the details on these. In fact, I'll leave them blank so that you can just add your own detail to them. So let's start off then by making our first design for our sticker gift tag. So you can see I've got two on the screen that I've already done, and this one is just a basic rectangular shape one, and then this one is a little bit more interesting with this round end on it. So there's a couple of different ways of doing them. You can do them whatever shape you like. So I'm going to look now for a Christmas tree shape, and I'm going to go into images and I'm going to go and search for Christmas tree. Now you can see again I have 10,000 plus results from that search for Christmas tree. So what I'm going to do is come down to where it says layers here, and I'm going to click on that plus. I'm going to check the box for single layered images. It still brings it down to 33,348, which is still a lot of Christmas trees, but it's a lot less than we had before. So let's have a quick scroll down and find a good Christmas tree that I think is going to be big enough for this particular gift tag. So there's two that I have picked out. First of all, it is this one here, and I know you're going to think this is strange because it has all these lines on it, but I like the shape of the tree. And then also this one, which is it by the same artist? No, different artist, but I really like this shape of the tree as well. I've clicked on both of them and they've gone down to the bottom here, so I can now just click on add to canvas. Once they're up on the screen, I'll be able to assess the images and see which one I like the best. In fact, I'm just going to hide my other two tags just for now. There we go. So this one. Alright then. I think I'm going to go with this one just purely because I'm going to leave that one on there just purely because I like the uniform shape of this. So the first thing to do with this is to get rid of all this cutout area. So let's hit contour in the bottom right, and I'm just going to click on hide all contours. That's just going to fill in that Christmas tree for me, so now it's ready to be made into our gift tag. I'm going to change the colour of it to white as well. Then I'm going to go into images and I'm going to search again for Christmas. Again, 10,000 plus results from that search for Christmas. So I'm going to come down to operation type this time, and I'm going to click on print then cut, because I want images that are going to print onto my Christmas tree. So what have we got? Let's have a quick look. Alright, so these are lovely. I really like these, so I might choose this green one. While I'm here, I'm going to bookmark that because I like it. So let's bookmark these as well because these are nice. So let's click on both of them. We are going to add both of those to the canvas. Don't worry, I'll pop all of the image codes and all the information for all of these images down below for you so you can check that out. This has got like a glitter effect to it. Doesn't that look nice? I really like that. Let's just move the tree over and we're going to just shrink this down first of all, and that one. Which one am I going to use? Let's do two of these. So let's duplicate this tree and just pop that there. Right. So we want to make this small. We're going to put that in the centre there because that is where we're going to have the Merry Christmas message to the person that this gift is for. Again, let's send that one to the back and just shrink that down. So that's going to fit in there. Now we want to make sure that it's nicely aligned, so let's just select both of those items, come up here to align and click on center horizontally. We weren't too far off with that one. Let's do the same here with this one. Again, center horizontally. That looks lovely. Now what we want to do is get some text, and we're going to write to. Now if you know who you're going to be sending your gifts to, you could even put their name on it. So let's type into Shelby, and then I'm just going to click off it and get a new text box, and I'm going to put love from Mum, Dad and Harley. That's not how you spell Harley. Harley. There we go. Click off it, and I'm just going to squish that down so that it makes it on several lines. Now we're going to change our font. Now for this I like to use a stencil font called Alyssa. I think it's called Alyssa. I'm sure it's called Alyssa. There we go. Alyssa Stencil Script. That is the one. Let's click on it, and then we're going to do the same with this one, but because it's already on the screen it will stay there. We need to just make this small so it's going to fit here. Now we want to make it so that it is going to fit in that space, and then we can do to Shelby there. Let's just double click into that and put Shelby on another line, and then we can click on there and move that up into that space. Now you can change the colour of your writing, so I'm going to make mine red on this one, and then on this one I'm going to make it green. So I'm just going to select both of those layers and duplicate them at the same time. Then I'm just going to move that up to there, and again change this one to green and this one to green as well. Okie dokie, that looks fabulous, doesn't it? Right, now there's a couple of different ways we can go about doing this now. We can change the background of our tree to be a different colour if we want to, or we can leave it white. I think I'm going to change the colour of it to be a pale green. There we go, that looks nice. Then we'll just group all that together for now, and then this one as well needs to be another colour. Let's see if this will work with that text. Yeah, it will. So let's now just select all of that and group it all together. Once you're happy that you've got everything you need on there, what you need to do next is turn your design into a print then cut. So at the moment, if we were to just leave this as it is and attach everything, what's going to happen is your Cricut is going to cut around your Christmas tree shape, but then it's also going to cut out all of this lettering, and it's going to cut around your Merry Christmas, and it's going to end up being a big old mess. So what you need to do is select all of your layers, just like so, and then come down here to where it says flatten, click on flatten, and you'll notice that all of those layers have now turned into one layer which says print then cut. You need to do that the same on this one. That has happened in exactly the same fashion, so we've got both of those there. Now we're ready to do our resizing, so we need to make sure that both of these are the same size when we go to do them on the print then cut. So let's select both of those Christmas trees, and we want to shrink them down to the height that we'd like them to be. So I reckon probably about 6 centimeters tall maybe. Because this is a pretty basic shape, I don't think the Cricut is going to struggle to cut this. So let's now bring back those other two that we got there. So we've got this one, which is just a blank one for me to write somebody's name on. Again, I think maybe about 6 centimeters, maybe a little bit less for this one. And then the same for this one here. This is just a basic rectangular shape one, so we could probably go pretty small with that. So now what I'm going to do is put this all onto a template so I can see how many I can fit onto one sheet. If you wanted to as well, by the way, you can make these into easy peel stickers, and I've got a video on this. I'll pop it above and down below for you in the description, so you can check that one out if you want. Just going to make it a little bit easier for you. Now that we're happy with our designs, what we need to do is get them ready to print. So let's make ourselves a template of the sheet of paper that we're going to print on. So just grab a basic square from your shapes menu, and then what we want to do is come up here to the sizes. We want to click on the padlock to unlock it. Now the sizes that are the maximum for print then cut are 9.25 inches by 6.75 inches, which in centimeters is 17 by 23.5. So let's just put those dimensions in and hit enter, and then that is the shape that we can now attach all of these to. It doesn't matter what color this is, all you need to do is click on send to back. So come up to range and click on send to back, and now we can put all of these different stickers on our page. And we can see how many of these we can get on here now, and we can turn it round. Oops, I made that a bit big. We can turn them around so that they'll fit, and this just allows us to maximize our sheets so that we've got plenty of stickers on each sheet. Alright, so I think that's roughly what we're going to fit on. I'm going to add a couple of little stars onto here as well though, just as extras, and then I can use these to stick onto my gifts. So I'm just going to make those yellow, and I'm just going to turn that into a print then cut by coming up to the top here and just clicking on print then cut, turning that into print then cut star. I'm just going to duplicate that and just pop them around my sticker sheet, just so that I can fill in all of that available space and use up as much of that sticker paper as I can. I can even make them smaller and put them on there like that. Now you want to make sure that nothing is touching anything else, because it will distort your cut when it comes through. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that. I'm just going to move this one over a little bit, just because it's touching that edge ever so slightly, but everything else looks good. Make any last minute adjustments that you need to. Now what you want to do is find that big grey box that you've got on your screen, which is down the bottom here, and you just want to click on the eye icon next to it just to hide it. And now what we're going to do is click on select all here. Everything is selected, as you can see it's all gone green in that layers panel on the right hand side. Now what we want to do is click on attach. Now all that is one big sheet ready to go. So what we're going to do is click on make it, and we're going to print this on our printer. I'm using an Epson ET2711, which prints pretty well on glossy sticker paper. I'm using Koala brand sticker paper. Again, I'll put all this information down below for you if you're not sure of what I'm using. So that fits onto one sheet perfectly. It's filling the whole page. Then we're going to click through to continue once we're happy with that. And then we are going to see the screen finds our Cricut. It's already on. And then the first step is to send it to the printer. So you can either send it to the printer here, or if you've already got it printed, you can click on I've already printed. We haven't, so let's click on send to printer. So now all your print setup options come up on the screen. So you need to first of all make sure that you are using the correct printer. The one that is on here is my black and white one, so we don't want that. Let's change that over. I've got bleed turned on because it's going to give me the bleed around the edge of that Christmas tree to make sure I've got no white lines on there. And now I want to check this little toggle across so that it's going to give me my system dialog box. I'm going to click on print. Nothing's going to happen. It isn't actually going to go through to the printer just yet because we're waiting for another dialog box to appear. If it doesn't appear, it sometimes is hidden behind Design Space, so you might need to minimize your screen in order to find it, but on this occasion it's popped up. So now this is where we're going to change our print settings, and this is really important to make sure that you get a really good print quality. So let's click on layout here. This will be different for you depending on what printer you're using. I like to change my settings to be ultra glossy, and it comes up with high quality, and now I'm ready to print. I'm not going to hit print just yet because I don't have my sticker paper in my printer. So I'm going to go and do that. I'll print it and then I'll come back and show you the results. Here is my print then, and as you can see it's got an additional little bit of print around it and these very square looking edges. Don't worry if yours comes out like this, it isn't going to cut like that. It is literally the additional bleed that we added to make sure that our cut's nice and accurate. And also because of bleed, these two trees here are touching, and so is this one at the top there, but it doesn't matter because, as I say, it's not going to cut like that. The next step then is to get our stickers ready to cut. So we've just got a standard grip cutting mat here. I'm just going to pop that into the corner there, and I'm just going to grab my brayer and give that a good press down. So now we're just going to go back over to Design Space and choose our base material. So there's a couple of different ways that you could cut this out. You could either cut it so that it's a die cut, and that means that each sticker will be individual, so you won't have a sheet of stickers. or you can cut it as a kiss cut, which means that you're going to end up with a sheet of stickers that you're going to peel off of. Now I prefer personally to use kiss cut because I just feel like it's nicer and easier to work with. Die cuts are okay, but they're more for sort of when you're sending them out for customers, or if you are sending them out as a gift here and there. So I'm going to use kiss cut. Now there's two different settings that I use for this. I either use the premium outdoor vinyl setting, or I will go into Browse All Materials and find a sticker paper setting that works. A lot of people like the washi setting as well. It does do one pass, I think, when you use the washi setting, and it's pretty good, but personally I still prefer premium outdoor vinyl, even though it takes a little bit longer. So that's the one I'm going to use today. So now I've selected that, I need to go over to my machine and cut out my stickers. Here's my Cricut then, so we need to get it set up now to use. So I've been using my deep point blade, so I'm just going to take that out of clamp B. I'm just going to pop that above, and then I've got my fine point blade just here. So let's pop that in to clamp B, close that up. Now I'm just going to pop my mat into the machine. So I'm just using the guides on the sides of the base of the machine. Then I'm just going to press the insert mat button. Then I'm just going to press the flashing C button on my Maker. If you've got a Maker 3 or the newer machines, you'll have a little play button, so you'll click on the play button. The next thing that's going to happen is my machine is now going to scan my sticker sheet, and it's going to work out where it needs to cut, and then once that's done, it will cut my stickers. Once the cut has finished, it's always a good idea to check whether it's cut sufficiently for your needs. So all I do, just pull up one of the sides, and then just peel back one of my stickers, and that's perfect. So we can now eject the mat. If it hasn't done it to the way you like, just hit the go button again, and it will do another pass over your stickers without even scanning. It knows exactly what to do, and that will help then to get you a decent cut. Let's eject this one. Here's our final sticker sheet then, and I'm just going to show you quickly what I meant about the bleed on the design. So do you remember that they were touching? As you can see now, if you look really carefully, the cut is inside of that green area, so it hasn't overlapped its cut or anything like that. Let's get this sheet off the mat. I'm just going to flip my mat over to do that, and just roll my mat back away from my sticker paper, and that just stops it from curling up. This is my full sheet. Now I'm going to just be able to peel off my stickers, ready for my Christmas gifts, and then all those will go on there, and they are going to look fabulous for Christmas this year with minimal effort. When I run out, I can just print some more, cut them out. I haven't got hours and hours of writing on my gift tags. Don't forget, this project will be on Cricut Design Space for you to use from today, so if you want to, please go ahead and use my designs. I don't mind. You may find there's a small charge for them if you don't have a Cricut Design Space subscription, but don't forget you can also get 30 days free trial as well. Just don't forget to cancel if you need to. If you've got any questions or comments, don't forget to drop them down below, and I hope you're having a fabulous festive season. Take care. I'll see you soon for another. Bye.